Hello everyone, my name is Dhruv Suthar and today I'll be describing the problem we are focusing on. The problem we are focusing on is plastic waste mismanagement in the USA. So the product contributing to this problem is fitness supplement packaging. Plastic is used as a major component for this fitness supplement packaging. It is used because of the lesser weight of plastic, the lesser prices and non-fragility. Since 1950s, 8.3 billion tons of plastic have been generated, and about 60% of the plastic has been disposed of in either landfill or the surroundings on environment like oceans. For the better understanding of problem, we can relate it with three SDGs. The first SDG is goal number 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure. Only 20.6 percentage out of 14.5 million tons of plastic was recycled in 2018. Another goal is goal number 12, responsible consumption and production. Irresponsible use of resources generates emissions and untoward environmental effects across the entire life cycle of each and every product according to the ERA report. The next SDG is goal number 14, life below water. According to the United Nations, at least 800 species worldwide are affected by marine debris. As much as 80% of that litter is plastic.
My name is Anuj Chabra, and now I'll proceed with contextualization and introduction of the product. So the product that we finalized is fitness supplements, and the consumer product contributing to the problem is fitness supplement packaging. We decided our geographical scope to be United States of America, and there are many reasons for the same. So, one of the reasons being the total estimate of health supplements manufacturing industry of the United States of America is around 36 billion in the year 2021. This is the projected figure. Besides the pandemic outbreak, the nutraceutical industries are one of the most prolific sectors of the USA. Around 43.8% of the gym goers consume health supplements. As we can see, health supplements come in many forms like powdered, pills, capsules, and drinks. We'll shift our focus to the consumption and the market share of the decided product, that is the fitness supplements. So who takes these dietary supplements and why? We learned this from a survey conducted by Council for Responsible Nutrition in the United States of America that 77% of the US adults takes dietary supplements. Out of this, 79% of them are females and 74% of them are males. This is what we learn from the infographics of the consumer division based on a survey. So the main cause of fitness supplement packaging is the involvement of plastic and its mismanagement in the United States of America. So we have PET, PP, and HDPE, which is the three most common plastic used in supplement and nutrition packaging.
Hello, I am Keshav Sharma and I am going to present the team solution in the upcoming section. So our team came up with the solution to replace the conventional plastic packaging with some other eco-friendly and sustainable material. We identified multiple potential materials for the modification like glass, aluminum and Tetra Pak. To select the most suitable material, we compiled a matrix which included the following points. It should address at least two United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. New material should reduce the pressure on current recycling infrastructure in United States of America. Quality of ingredients should not be compromised. Packaging material should be durable and easily available in United States of America at a justified cost. So the material which satisfied all the metrics was Tetra Pak packaging. So the team came up with a solution of replacing the conventional fitness supplement plastic packaging with Tetra Pak packaging of identical dimensions. Using Tetra Pak packaging, the quality of product is maintained as Tetra Pak protects contents from light, oxygen, air, dirt and moisture using different layers of cardboard, plastic and aluminum. 74% of the material can be directly disposed of in landfills and in oceans without affecting the ecosystem, as it's totally non-toxic in nature and biodegradable. Rest 26% can be recycled by the US Carton Council, which was formed to treat Tetra Paks in United States of America.
Hello, my name is Kishan Patel and I am going to discuss solution analysis through smart design lens. Let's talk about the business lens. Our solution, Tetra Pak has 15 different production plants at 9 different locations around the United States of America. On the other hand, Carton Council is looking after for its recycling process and available to more than 60% of households across the USA. USA is a major contributor in the sales of Tetra Pak, about 14% of total production. Many NGOs and IGOs raising awareness toward the sustainability and provide awards and certification to the Tetra Pak to expand its market. Secondly, let's talk about the human lens. As per this picture, microplastic enters in the food chain by marine animals and impacted to the end users. Plastic packaging replacing with the Tetra Pak eliminates the use of preservative used to extend the life of internal products. Substituting Tetra Pak in the place of plastic packaging can impact investors, suppliers, and employees associated with the plastic packaging chain. Now let's talk about the technology lens. Tetra Pak production plants uses sterilizer for containers to eliminate the use of refrigerators, which is used to store products after the production. Tetra Pak also safeguard the inside product without any preservatives, which is resulted in the reduction of the health problem due to harmful chemical. Finally, let's talk about the nature lens. As per this picture, you can see that Tetra Pak uses only 20% plastic, which is 80% less than the conventional one. Tetra Pak is mostly made from paperboard, about 75%, and further, that paperboard can recycle into various paper products. Remaining 25% comes from plastic layers, plastic caps, and aluminum, known as polyrenium, which is downcycled into single-use plastic like this pen and for countless cycles.